What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Today we're going to be talking about Wesley Montague Watson again, right? I know that's not his real middle name. I just feel like it's funnier that way. First, I want to shout out John Bravo Films. Check out John Bravo Films. He put out a great video, and that's the video I want to talk about today. More has been revealed in regards to the deposition that was taken regarding Wes Watson's civil litigation, right? The civil suit that was filed against him. And in this video, I want you to go and check out John's video, right? So you get a better understanding. But in this video, Wes Watson he's perturbed. He can't believe the audacity of the plaintiff for filing a lawsuit against him. And he continues to go back and forth, disrespect the plaintiff's attorney, call him by his first name. Like I've never called a DA by their first name, right? You don't even talk to him. But Wes Watson, in his megalomania, in his ego, nobody is on his level, intellectually, spiritually. Like I was gonna keep going with other stupid words, but like he really believes he is the gift. And for us, he is the gift that keeps on giving. But for him, in his mind, if you are allowed, if you are given the privilege to speak to him, you had better speak to him in the way that he likes. He really doesn't get the situation that he's in. I think it's because something in his life has clouded his thought process, his judgment. But then there's also something very, very particular that stands out to me when I hear John Bravo reading the testimony, the statements of Wes Watson in this deposition. What I hear, John, and what I hear everyone else, if you go and you listen, you watch John Bravo's video, you listen to what Wes is saying, that right there is a guy in prison telling his story to a cellmate. I was that same person for many, many years. And when I was that person, you know what I continued to do? Continue to break the rules. While incarcerated, continue to break laws, continue to break rules. You know why? Because everything I did, I could justify. If I stabbed somebody, I could justify that. If I robbed somebody on the streets, believe me, I could justify that. And the reason why I was in prison, you know why I was in prison when I was in prison? Because the cops were out to get me, because the DA was out to get me, because the judge was out to get me, because the jury were not my peers, so they were probably racist, right? All of those things were the reasons. That's what you hear Wes doing. He invited people for years, come and get me. I'm that, I will do this, I will do that, come and get me. Well, somebody showed up knowing you're a meal ticket, but I want to get back to what I was saying. So when I'm blaming the judge and I'm blaming the DA and I'm blaming the cops and I'm blaming the jury, I'm justifying everything that I do. It wasn't until I realized if I don't break the law, the cops don't get to put the handcuffs on me. The DA doesn't get to charge me. The judge and the jury don't get to fucking judge me and put me away. Once I realized if I don't break the law, if I don't break rules, I don't go to jail, I stopped breaking laws. I stopped breaking rules because I was holding myself accountable for my actions. Wes Watson presented himself with Lambos and Rolls Royces and mansions and all this other stuff. He presented himself as a multi-millionaire who has endless income, and you got dudes that are out on the streets struggling. They see you putting out an address, and they know if they can bait you into a fight, hey, they might become a millionaire in the process. So you go back to the video, and you see the plaintiff in this case walk in, set his camera down, face it towards where Wes Watson's at, goes up, and I talked about this the other day. And Wes, you bit. Not only did you bite, but now you allow the civil trial to be first. Talking about the plaintiff's attorney's wife being at a gym and being attacked by a black man. How did you even think he was going to be sympathetic and say, you know what, you're right, I don't want to ask any more questions. Let's just wrap this up. You know what, he's right. Now that he mentions if my wife getting attacked, Wes Watson is no longer living in reality. You know, I saw another video of I believe it was John Bravo's as well. A lot of people are doing it. I think Saint Saholic did one too. And it's Wes Watson again hanging out with Jack Doherty. And Wes Watson has a new girl in his life. And I think he said he was tattooing her name on him. Let me let you guys in on something. There's an old saying, as soon as you tack a woman's name on you, you lose her. I don't know. But he has this new woman. He has Jack Doherty. And I'm studying the dude. I'm paying attention to his face, his words, his movements. Wes Watson has zero happiness in him. He has this new chick hanging all over him. I've never seen any of the chicks that he's been with, none of them hang on him, hug him. And they're in his dining area. Jack's next to him, and Jack is so happy to know that Wes Watson is not intelligent enough and not in the right frame of mind to figure out that Jack is there using him. That's all Wes has around him are people that will use him. And Wes has this woman hugging him, and he's got his arm. It's so weird, man. And every single thing that comes out of Wes's mouth is anger, is hate, sarcasm. He doesn't realize we're looking at what his soul is made of. When you hear somebody like this, the only time I've ever heard him say anything kind was when Charlie Kirk was shot. And you guys know I've been reacting to Wes Watson's videos for at least 5-6 years. And one time did he say something that wasn't hateful or spiteful or self-serving. You know, I've been saying a lot lately, it's hard for me to do Wes Watson videos. That's why I haven't been doing the Wes Watson Wednesdays. You know, if you guys want me to, I can always go back to the old videos. But the state of Wes Watson at this point, I just don't feel right clowning him. You know, this video is not to clown him. This video is to just, you know, let you guys know, as an ex-convict, when I hear Wes Watson, what he's saying to the plaintiff's counsel, he's speaking as if he's in jail and he's talking to his cellie, and his cellie is going to agree with everything he says because he doesn't hold himself accountable for what he's in prison for. He's not realizing he's talking to a productive member of society who's not going to say, oh, you know what, I agree with what you just said when it comes to kicking this dude in the head fucking 50 times, punching him in the head 50 times. Wes Watson needs to go get into a rehab. And I don't know, it could be, it doesn't have to be drug, whatever his issues are, get into some kind of care. Separate yourself from whatever you have around you, because nothing you have around you is for you, Wes. And I know if he was to even see this video, he'd be like, fuck that guy. True story, man. True story. And all that does is fuck you over, not me. He keeps talking about, imagine being a man and talking about another man. Like, you've done that plenty of times, Wes. Stop it. You made a lot of money off of that. But he's gotten to the point now where the judge has actually made a statement within the legal framework, right? And said that video of that beating was the worst he had ever seen in his 20 years on the bench. Mind you, he's involved with civil litigation, not criminal law. And who knows, maybe at one point he was on the bench during criminal proceedings. I don't know. But I know that the longer this drags out, the worse it's going to be for Wes. Next in line, we're going to find out exactly how much money Wes has, where it's coming from, what his possessions are. And I would imagine that for Wes, that's going to be an embarrassment. That's something he doesn't want to come out. But I feel like maybe whatever deal he would try to offer at this point isn't going to be good enough. The disrespect that he has shown to the plaintiff's counsel, as well as the plaintiff, they're probably okay with just dragging him and all of his money issues, his money information, putting that all in the day of the light of day, putting it out there for everybody to see. And when the dust settles on this case, then the criminal case will start. The statements made in this civil litigation will come back to haunt him. What a damn shame. It's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.